either or that one. Here, I'll give you that one. Okay. You will want to scoot over in front of the light. There you go.
Okay. Hey guys, Tim Kovach, your host for the 2021 Strength Shop presents USS Nationals. I'm here at Iron Range Performance in Minneapolis to do a run through of the rules for this national championships. First, just want to run through my sponsors list. Without them, this would make the whole thing a lot more difficult for me to put together. Cerberus Strength is providing our sandbags. Omni Fitness, right here in Minnesota, is providing the deadlift bars. They're going to be providing a number of weights to be used for the whole contest. Of course, we have Strength Shop, title sponsor, and they are providing these awesome farmers that you'll be seeing later on in the day. Titan Fitness, of course, they're doing the logs and the axles. We'll also have some main sponsors for Animal wrist straps, best wrist straps in the market for what we do. Ladylike AF. Jamie is going to be here. She's going to have her supplement Oracle with her as well. For that, we have Advanced Performance Therapies, who good friend of ours, Danielle, and she's really good with a massage therapist. So if you're in town before or after Nationals and you need to get some body work done, place to go. We've got Fem and Fierce, Anna Georgie, who, by the way, Todd and Anna just had a baby, so congratulations to you guys. And then Evo Ultra Performance, Tyler Kleinhausen here. He's another guy who can do any kind of work on your body and get you straightened out. He'll be on site for the day. Of course, Venator Strength. They're going to be providing the athlete t-shirts for the entire contest, and then should you choose to purchase a grip shirt, you are going to get them from Venator as well. And they are live, ready for sale and to be shipped out. So if you want to train with your shirt, contact those guys. We also have Impact mouth guards, which, to be quite honest, best mouth guard I've ever used, better than the Boil and Bite competitors. So check those guys out. They're going to be at Nationals as well with a table set up, so you can talk with those guys and maybe get your orders in for one if you haven't already got a mouth guard. And then we also have coming on board, we're gonna post a little bit more information about him, but Strength Captain, one of your judges, Chad Coy, he's also hopped on as a sponsor, and look for the update on him. Now, real quick, I want to introduce Dr. Brad, who is also, he has a chiropractic clinic here in Iron Range Performance, and you guys over here. So, again, before or after, you can go to ironrangeperformance.com and book in with Brad if you need something before or after the contest when you're in town. He will be available to help you guys out and get you running straight. Now, we also have, thanks Brad.
Thank you.
Also helping me with this whole thing and navigating the whole thing is my wife.
Beautiful wife.
My beautiful wife, Sue Metcalf, two-time national strongman champion, power lifter, world national record holder, and she's also won some physique and bodybuilding shows. So she's been in the game for a long time, and she's been helping me out more than anybody.
Listening to his bitching and whinging every fucking day. Stop sending him emails. Is all.
Emails are fine. And then we also have Kim and Adam Derks, who are going to be two of your judges. Adam. Here's Adam Derks. He's going to be one of the judges. He's going to actually be doing the demonstration of good lifts versus bad lifts. So you're going to want to pay close attention to that. And then we've got Kim. She's also going to be your judge. And these are two that have been competing and training and programming and coaching for, I don't know, a combined total of 70 years. So these guys know what they're doing, they know what's up, so you're in good hands with your judging. So how today's gonna go is I'm gonna read through the rules for each event. Adam is gonna give you a demonstration of the good things that we wanna see and the bad things. And then we will take questions.
We don't want to see the bad things.
We don't want to see the bad things yet. And then we'll answer any questions after And then once questions stop, or if there are no questions, we're just going to move on to the next event. And we'll just proceed that way. We'll take as long or as little as we need. But this is your chance to ask questions and just get a good understanding of what we're expecting to see for this competition. So with that, let's talk about general rules. So the big one is chalk and liquid chalk only. We don't want to see, with the exception of stones, we'll talk about that in a minute, but we don't want to see tacky towels. We don't want to see, spray tack, any kind of grip spray. We don't want to see that stuff. We don't want to see it getting on all of our equipment, because all of this equipment is for sale, and I don't want somebody to have to bring it home and clean all that garbage off of it. So, chalk only for pretty much everything except for the stones.
Will you have chalk bowls at each station, or
We won't have chalk bowls. Chalk bowls are up to your chalk or liquid chalk is up to the athlete to bring your own. At this point in time, this is nationals. You should kind of expect that.
COVID.
The COVID rules is also the thing. They don't want 47,000 people reaching into the same bowl. Hopefully we can lighten up those restrictions, but right now we're just going based on the current government restrictions for everything. The other thing is, we know as part of this sport, sometimes you might pee or poop yourself, whatever. If it gets on the platform floor, that's on you to clean it up. We'll have stuff there, but I'm not going to make my judges or my scribes or my helpers clean up your mess. So, if you know you're going to do that, either be prepared to clean it up or manage it somehow so you don't make a mess. All right, press medley. You can start with either implement. It's a clean and a press. You must set it down in a controlled manner. In a minute, Adam's going to show you what that means. Now, one thing that's...
Snatch the axle?
Can you snatch the axle?
Yeah.
Sure. Yes.
Snatch the log?
I want to see somebody snatch
Can
the
you
axle.
split jerk the log?
You can split jerk the log.
Feet gotta
Your
come
feet
back
have
to
to come
square.
back
though.
to square.
Okay.
Let's save the questions till the end. Now, one big thing that everybody always needs a reminder of is wait for that down command. Your down is when the judge tells you, not when you feel like it. So we expect to see a full lockout. Your feet have to be reasonably in line. We're not going to, make sure they're perfect, but if you split jerk, we want you to take that step back and make the effort.
Should we do it?
Yeah, Adam's going to show you what we mean.
Elbows are locked, feet are square.
Down.
Good lift.
Good lift.
Are you upset about that mini drop? What was it?
No, we'll talk about that in a minute. One thing that I know we'll get questions on is belt cleans. Are belt cleans allowed? Yes, they're allowed. You can clean it to your belt. Let's not have 3 belts to make a big shelf. We don't want to see a built up belt, but you can do the clean to your belt. That's fine.
Does it matter how long you leave it on the belt?
Let's save the questions. I think that's about it for that. So Adam is going to show you what a bad lift would be and what is not a controlled manner of setting it down, and then he'll show you what a good lift would be with setting each implement down in a controlled manner.
So you want good, bad?
Let's do bad first. Bad lift. Bad lift. That's a good lift.
And then you shoot to the next
Then
one.
you shoot to the log. Let's do the same thing for the log. That's a good lift. Let's see some bad lifts. That's bad.
I don't want to go any further than that.
For obvious reasons, we don't want you to drop it from the top. Number one, it's dangerous for the implement. We don't want to see bent stuff because somebody might be going home with this. Number two, if you miss the pad and it goes flying off and it hurts somebody, that's on you.
And you have to go retrieve it. If the axle rolls back there, you gotta go get it.
Now, we understand there's a point where, you know, you're trying to squeeze out those last couple of reps. You might lose your footing, you might lose your balance, and you have to drop it in order to save yourself so it doesn't fall on your head or go behind you. We get that. We're not gonna call you, you know, out on that. That's understandable. But
It's
if
still
we
a
get-
no rep though.
It's
correct?
still a no rep.
Even if we gave you the down.
Even if we gave you the down and you end up losing your balance or whatever and you drop it, that's not being controlled, so you're gonna lose that rep. So I think it's pretty clear what we expect to see on the log and the axle.
Obviously no wrestling the log on your head.
Yeah, no head presses with the log. This, how it's set up right here, we have bumpers for the axle and we have crash pads for the log. That's how it's gonna be actually set up. They're gonna be set up right next to each other. We have a lot of space to have this set up. So, right, one and then the other. And that's about that. So, do we have any questions on the press?
Also, if any athletes have any elbow lockout issues, make sure you talk to the judge. Don't talk to Tim. Talk to your judge in your lane and let them know.
Yeah, so a good thing to do before you step on the platform is look at your judge. He's gonna be waiting for you to get ready. And if you have a problem, you hold your hands up so you can see. Like if your lockout is like this, he needs to see that. Otherwise, he's gonna be waiting for you to straighten that out, and you're gonna lose time. So make sure you address that with your judge right before you go. Don't go find him at the beginning of the day and tell him, because some of these lanes have over 50 people. He's not gonna remember. So right before it's your turn to go.
So we got a question from one of your own record holders, Nick Gagnon. He would like to
I don't
know, is the log from mats and axle from the ground? Is that confirmed and solid?
From the ground.
Yeah, so like it's set up here, is that how it's going to be?
Yeah, just like
it's set up here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Both implements gotta be cleaned and pressed.
Clean and press
There
everything.
might be mats under that, right? There'll be
Yeah, we're
mats
gonna
under
have the regular, 3/4 inch stall mats. That you
But
have.
height-wise, this is where it's all
Yeah.
at.
Yep.
Okay, and then also somebody is looking for further clarification of built-up belt.
If you have a soft belt and a big belt, that's okay.
If you have a soft belt, like a Ray-Ban soft belt, and then your regular power belt over top of it, that's okay.
So you can't do what Derek Boyer used to do and layer 7 belts on top of
No.
each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
or 3 or 4 belts.
So you can
right?
use soft belt. This is a Velcro one. This will be fine over this, or a regular power belt.
Yeah.
Regular power belt over the soft belt, but you can't use all three.
Yeah, you can't. You can't use all three. I don't think you would want to, but some people will.
Yeah, two belts.
Also, another trick is some people would roll up a towel and put it in there just to
Yep.
make that buckle side bigger.
Yeah,
No, there's no towels allowed or anything like that. So.
Right?
Soft belt and either a power belt or another, Velcro Cerberus or whoever else makes them.
And if you're unsure, ask before.
If you're unsure, always ask. But I think it's pretty clear.
We have one on sleeves.
Yeah.
How many sleeves? Are they allowed the cuffs on top of the sleeves?
As many sleeves as you can wear.
Slap 'em on.
I don't really have a care about sleeves. I think some people might want a double sleeve and that's fine. It's not going to help very much.
If we get one of the presses but can't get the second, i.e. I get the log but not the axle, do we zero the event or get a single?
You get 1 rep. You get 1 rep is counted
Per implement.
per implement. So if
1
you
rep,
do
2 rep, 3
Yep.
rep, 4 rep, 5 rep.
just like that.
Real simple.
Real simple. So obviously, if you're worried about the weight of either one of them, start with the one you know you can do.
No.
Yeah, bring that up.
And so if you press the log, if you start with the log, press the log. You go to the axle. You can't press the axle. You're done. You can't go back to the log. So this is a log axle medley, 4 points.
And I think you said in the beginning you can start with either.
You can start with either one.
What about resting the axle on a belt? So can I sit there for?
You can sit there. You should pay attention because we covered this. But you can sit there all day long
You
if you
said
want.
you can belt clamp, but you didn't say if you could sit there all day long with
Yes.
the axle sitting on your belt.
Yes. So you can sit there all day long. It doesn't matter, but it's your time. So if you want to waste that time, for a photo op with an axle on your belt, that's fine.
What about zertering the axle?
Zertering the axle.
Let her rip.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Brad?
Does somebody have a prong belt by chance right now?
Will the implements be set up side by side as displayed right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Just like this.
And the judge will follow. We'll move with you when you move implement to implement. I need a prong belt. I just want to show something with the belt quick.
These are good. These are good. These are all good questions. So
There's a way to cheat with the prong belt, so I want to show them that that's not allowed.
Put the big old tongue there. Is Viper press allowed on the lock?
Absolutely.
yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Viper press.
Basically,
Totally
take
fine.
it from the ground, however you have it, to go overhead, right?
Yeah. However you want. You want to snatch that axle? I mean,
So with the
That'd be cool
prong,
to see.
with the prong belt, what Tim and I were talking about building up with belts, if you were to put this on and leave it like this, leave it out like that, not happening. It's got to be pushed in.
What about, does it have to be turned to the side?
No.
It can be front.
You can have it in front, right?
You can have it in front. It'll be fine.
Maybe tongue out that and then hold it up
Yeah.
like that so you can see it pop out to
Yep.
the camera.
That is not going to be allowed. You have to close it in. Because this would be, in my opinion, technically
That would be a
build
build-up.
of a belt. To have it out like that to rest the axle on there.
Yep. Oh, you look confused. I thought you were reading a question.
No, I thought I missed one, but that one,
Yeah.
we already covered that.
Okay.
a couple of times.
Okay. I think we're good. If there's no other questions.
Make sure before you get it down, like Tim and I said, like if you split jerk and you bring your feet together, if you press and your feet are together and you press and you're moving, you're not going to get it down until everything's controlled.
Yep. So a controlled lockout. Basically, your body is like a statue. You're not moving. You're done. Your head's through. We don't. This isn't. That's not a lockout. Your head has to be through.
That's really all I can think of for this.
We have questions for the deadlift. I have those saved just
Yeah,
so the
okay.
screen can hear this. I saved them.
Yep, we're just
Revisit those when we get back to that.
We're just gonna pull the bumpers off of the axle here, and we'll chuck them on the deadlift bar.
The Mediball.
Rah!
All right. One last thing on the press. If you lock out and you deliberately drop it from the top, 0, you're done. If we make that determination that you deliberately made a drop from lockout, that's it. You get a 0 for the event, move on to the next one.
If it's an accident,
If it's an
that'll
accident,
be a
we already covered that.
fair
That'll be a
warning.
Yep, that'll be a fair.
Second time,
Whatever. Second time, if it's deliberate,
there's the door.
Yeah.
So if I had 4 reps and dropped it like that, 0.
correct.
Deliberately dropped it.
Deliberate.
Right.
Yep.
We have another one. I know this is probably, I believe this has been addressed on the iron podium side as well, but grip shirts allowed in the press and branded grip shirts.
I believe they're for sale.
So, Venator Nationals grip shirts, which are for sale, they're actually $10 cheaper than their regular grip shirt. So we worked out with them to make it more affordable for you guys to get a grip shirt if you want. Those will be allowed to be worn exposed. If you have a different grip shirt that you want to wear, you can wear it, but you have to wear the provided Nationals t-shirt on top of your grip shirt. So
And that's for sponsors, guys.
that's for
It's-
sponsor reasons. These
The
sponsors,
companies, they pay good money, they give you equipment, that's
Yep.
what it is.
So they deserve to have, you know, their logos being shown through the whole event. So that's the rule on that. And if you have any questions, you know, come talk to somebody about it, ask a question. But I think it's pretty clear. We're only allowing the one grip shirt to be exposed. The other ones we're underneath it.
Speaking of Venator grip shirts, He had a question early on the screen that, did you pump up your biceps before you started the live stream?
Who asked that?
There.
Huh.
Nope. Are you talking? Wait, me or
Me,
Adam?
one of us.
Which one?
No, he's talking about you.
No, I'm just.
It's probably the nice Dirk Strong cut of the
It's
shirt.
a nice, strong, athletic cut because I'm only 120 pounds. So,
And that link is in chat now for anybody that's watching this. Click on the Nader if you can order those shirts right from that link that he posted.
awesome. In case you didn't hear that, the link is posted in the chat for the grip shirts. So go there and buy a grip shirt if you want. They're $30. So that's a really good price for a grip shirt. The Omni Fitness deadlift for reps, we are using the Omni deadlift bar. These bars are for sale. We'll have whatever we're using at the contest. They're a reduced cost. So if you want a contest deadlift bar, we are selling those. You have all this equipment. So you got to contact me, shoot me an email.
And it's going quick, so if you want it.
Yeah, I've got a good portion of this sold. So get on that list if you want something. Standard height deadlift. It's going to be a mix. Not everything is going to be bumpers. Some of the bigger guys, there's not enough room to put a bunch of bumpers on, so we'll be using 100-pound plates where it makes sense. So not that matters, but I think some people are curious about that. So some of you will have bumpers, some of you will just have steel plates. Again, it's going to be off of a stall mat. We're going to give you plenty space, the same actual area for the log and axle. We're not pulling those mats up, so those will stay for the deadlift as well. So you'll be pulling off the same thing. So standard height deadlift, full lockout. We want to see your hips through, standing steady. I don't think many people really lose their footing on a deadlift, but it's happened from time to time. Casey Day. And then
Brad just did it at Nationals.
Brad just did?
Yeah, I thought that's why he missed his last time.
There will be no up command, so touch and go is fine. You will just get down commands. I shouldn't have to say this, but conventional only, no sumo. Your hands. Oh, good, you have.
I got a assortment of stuff.
Okay, so the figure eights. This is the big thing. Your hands have to be fully wrapped around the bar. So, we know a lot of people like to use this trick where they put their figure eights on and they have their hands, I don't know if you can see that, but they have just their fingertips on the bar. That's not allowed. We want your whole hand
Thumb has to be
contact.
touching, right?
Yep.
Thumb has to be in contact. I think that's what like Rhodes and all them put into place
Yep.
because of that.
Thumb has to be in contact. So we are not going to allow this big elevated pick just because you have long straps and you get your fingertips around it.
What about this, Tim? So like for me, for instance, I don't wrap my thumb, but I tuck my thumb this way.
That's fine as well.
As long as your thumb is in contact,
Your palm
palm in
and
contact.
thumb should be in contact with the bar. No suits, no briefs. I should say, clarify, no powerlifting suits, no powerlifting briefs. Ray-Bans and whatever.
A compression short is okay.
Yeah, a compression short is fine, but an actual like powerlifting brief or suit, no. You have to have your shins covered by something. We don't want to sit there and clean up blood off of the bar and the platforms all day long. We know what's going to happen.
Knee-high socks.
Knee-high socks, great. You want to wear your knee sleeves as long as it's covering your shins. That's fine, whatever it is. Duct tape, if you don't have any of that stuff.
And if blood's gonna get on it, we'll have stuff there to clean it, obviously.
Oh,
but
and I'll be
do what we can to avoid it.
You'll be cleaning your own blood.
Liberty's cleaning up in your house.
I'm not gonna make my people clean up your mess.
Getting nice.
You have to have something on your feet. We don't want barefoot deadlifting. We don't want to see your gross ass toes. So socks are just fine, but have your feet covered. And again, chocolate with chalk if you want, that's fine. So
And if you drop it,
yeah, if you drop it, you get a 0. Just you don't get a rep if you drop it.
so if you do 10 reps and your 11th one you lock out and drop it, what happens?
You just don't get that rep.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Should we do a couple?
let's see some bad. Down. Down. That's a bad rep.
And you can bounce it.
Yep, let's see some touch and goes. Down. 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 No rep on that last one.
Pretty self-explanatory.
Pretty self-explanatory. It's a deadlift. Don't overthink it. Just don't drop it. And I mean, you should be fine. And make sure you get your hips through. We need to see a full lockout. And all of our judges have seen thousands of deadlifts, so they know what a lockout is.
This has been asked a bunch of times, so just to reiterate this, touch and go is okay.
100%
Touch and go is okay.
You're only getting it down.
Yep.
If you want to slam the bar into the ground to get it back up and risk messing yourself up, that's on you.
Or risk the convention center sending you a bill for breaking their floor. That's fine.
As long as your hands on that bar that full time.
Yeah, as long as your hands are in contact with the bar.
Yep.
No dropping, no throwing it and bouncing.
Let's put it this way: you're not going to get a big bounce if you throw it in the ground.
No.
That will strap-in time be part of overall event time, or do the athletes have a chance to strap in?
Oh, because like strongman and corks, you have to stand back after ready, set, go, strap in.
Yeah. Here's what I'll say about this. Everybody before every event is going to have a limited amount of time to get themselves ready. That's going to include strap-in time. We are gonna call your name, and we're gonna give you, maybe 15 seconds, because athlete order is gonna be posted before. It's gonna be posted a few weeks before, so you're gonna know what order you need to go in. When it's your turn to go, you need to be ready to go. We're not gonna tolerate people when it's their turn putting on their wrist wraps, putting on their belt, finding their mouth guard. None of that. We have a lot of athletes we got to run through, and we're not gonna waste time. We got 2 sessions, a lot of athletes. So we're not gonna waste time waiting on you. So if we call your name and you're not ready, we're gonna say, ready, set, go, and you're gonna go.
Let's pretend.
In that instance, yeah, it's gonna be on your time. But we'll give you time to get up there and do it. It's just not gonna be much, because I'm not gonna wait 5 minutes for somebody to get their stuff figured out.
So if I'm waiting my turn, Tim judges.
So what I would say is I'll be like, next athlete, bars loaded. That's your cue to go. And we're gonna start counting down.
Strap in.
Ready, set, go.
And then we go. So it'll be super
So
quick.
it'll be like that.
If you have to clip your belt, whatever, get you strapped in, but have your shit in your hands, be ready to go.
Mm-hmm. You know what order you're gonna go into.
As far as the judge, my lane, we're gonna try to have our athletes in order, so it's just.
We do have expediters that are gonna be there to help wrangle all you guys and make sure you know who's on deck, who's in the hole, and things like that. So it's all standard natural stuff. We're gonna have those people trying to get you in order so you know where you're going, but you need to pay attention and be ready to go, because you will lose time when it's your time to go if you're not ready.
So athlete order will not change based on the rankings?
No, your order at the start of the day is your order throughout the day.
Including last event?
Including last event. With this many athletes, it doesn't take that much time to reorder it. What it does take time is for the athletes to figure out who they're following at each next event. And we just don't have that much time to wait for that, for people to figure out where they're going. So it's gonna run a lot faster. If everybody has the same order through the day, you know who you're following, just be ready. So like the first event, we're gonna be a little bit more lenient on that time, but then after that, you should know exactly. You should know the person's face and what the back of their head looks like, so you know who you're following going into that next event.
Do you have a list of which athlete groups are in each session? You could not find a list.
No, there's not a list yet. We're like 3 months out. 2 months out, 2.5 months out. No, that will be posted. It will be posted.
I think you're just trying to wait for it to get a clarified number of people.
So the thing is we know that registration is shut down. And it could very well, we could, I have a waiting list. I started a waiting list. If you saw Willie Wessel's announcement, we're going to mimic that announcement on the Facebook event page. I'm keeping a waiting list. So as spots open up, when people drop out, I'm going to contact people on that waiting list, open it up for those people to get them in. So just because it's closed doesn't necessarily mean that you're not going to compete. You have to wait for that email. Now, May 1st, I think it was the first, or maybe it was the second Sunday in May, was the official cutoff date. At that time is when you can expect to see the athlete order and the lane that you're going to be in. We're going to do our best to make that a goal so you at least have a month to look and see where you go, who you're following, who's following you, and where you're going to be all day. So that information will be available.
Any other questions?
No more questions?
No, I think you pretty much covered all of them.
Okay.
Obviously a couple of repeats.
Yep.
People come back in. You gotta keep stuff on your feet.
Yep.
And on your shins.
Keep your feet and shins covered. Okay, we'll just need maybe a minute or two. So we'll probably just take a quick break here
Set up
to clear this out, and then we're going to set up the farmers. And then we should be able to transition into the sandbag pretty quick after that. Yep. Let's move this, let's move the log and the axle just over to that platform. And then we need a keg to be on that hash mark over there. Turn around. Instead of cones. Huh? He's doing it. I'm not.
What's that?
He's doing it.
I know.
Well, this is just for the farmers. We can move it.
All right. Do we?
At bottom.
So how are we gonna?
What's the camera do?
Yeah. What are you gonna do with the camera for this one?
Are we gonna? I mean, we don't technically have to go full distance, do it.
I have one
Okay. So
pointing that way, and then I have another one covering out to the K. So between the full run, we have both sides.
Okay. All right. Where do I need to stand?
Right.
Yeah, so we'll just talk about the list of the farmers, and then we'll show a turn.
We'll make sure we tell them that we'll do front of the farmers, front. I don't know if you're okay with
2 drops.
give 2 done, and then is it then distance from the 3rd drop? So where they dropped it on their 3rd drop, if they dropped it, that's where they're measuring from. Are they allowed to adjust the farmers? As long as it doesn't go.
We did get a question. Do you guys have an official ammonia sponsor yet?
No.
No, but we'll take them. Skull snap.